It is John Pollock along with John Ramdeen and Robin Black. Welcome to Fight News Now. We have some news items to close out the week before we send you into the weekend, and they focus around UFC 207 at the end of the year, December the 30th. That seems to be the major pay-per-view of the month for the UFC, where a lot of big fights are occurring.
We want some.
Toronto's got a light heavyweight title fight, and then
Doo Ho Choi,
fights.
and come on, Cub Swanson, Doo Ho Choi, like that's one of the fights that most people, most hardcore fans, most casual fans, they're going to come away, even if they don't know who these guys are, they're going to be entertained.
Well, you two, if that was the headliner, you'd be down for that.
I would.
206.
I would.
You know, I understand that, it doesn't have the same appeal as, a title fight or whatnot. But what are fans looking for? Aren't they looking for great combat with talented mixed martial artists? That's what you're going to get.
Do you feel there is a hidden ace up their sleeve for the 206 card, or do you think that what is out there is largely what will be presented on December the 10th?
Maybe BJ Penn. I just.
You're holding out on that one.
Come on, BJ. I'm picking you for tacos, man. Come to Toronto.
I'm not feeling it. I'm pretty sure this is the card. They might add one other fight. We're like, oh, that's good. That adds to the fight, a supporting cast, so to speak. But I think what you're getting is Daniel Cormier versus Anthony Rumble Johnson. That's the fight that most eyeballs are going to be tuning into.
So you're thinking something along the lines of like, oh, cool, Lorenz Larkin's fight.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Something like that. I would like that.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, looking ahead to December the 30th, a heavyweight fight that is now expected for that card between Cain Velasquez and Fabricio Werdum, a rematch from their championship fight way back in June of last year. That was the fight in which Werdum became the undisputed heavyweight champion. This time around, I think there's a lot of questions about Fabricio Werdum and Cain Velasquez. I think had Stipe Miocic been ready to fight, he would have been getting this title fight. But this is, to me, if you want an eliminator bout, this is the epitome of one.
Yeah, and if I'm Cain, this is the fight I want 100%.
Wait, is this C-level Cain?
This is C-level Cain. So he'll have the opportunity, because you have to remember, when Fabricio, and I'm not making any excuses for Cain Velasquez, but Fabricio Werdum was scheduled to face Cain Velasquez in Mexico City. Cain Velasquez out of that fight, and in stepped Mark Hunt. So Fabricio Werdum was already getting ready for Cain Velasquez, so he's training in Mexico City. He's like, oh my gosh, this is difficult. Goes in there against Mark Hunt, goes, oh, I thought he was prepared for the elevation. Yes, he got the victory over Mark Hunt, but it's like, I have to spend even more time in Mexico City to get myself, used to the elevation, and that's what we saw. We never saw Cain Velasquez look like that. As a matter of fact, you just have to look at Cain's next performance against Travis Brown to just remember how damn good this guy is. And I think we're going to see a different level Cain Velasquez when he takes on Werdum.
C-level.
An A-level, C-level.
Yes. It's awesome, too. And Werdum is... Do you remember how he started that last fight? Flying sidekick.
Oh, God,
you know what I mean?
love it.
And an awesome, exciting fighter, hot lava, the whole deal. But if you're Cain Velasquez, that's the one you want back, too. Mm-hmm. So this is C-level Cain, ultra-motivated Cain. Like, this is a great fight. Can we have it?
Yeah.
Could you put it on 206?
They don't need it. They got Ronda.
I know. And I think they got Dominic Cruz, too. Dominic, I want you to come fight in Toronto, man. But I've been in a room where I heard him saying to UFC people, actually, give me TJ, because TJ will be out there saying that he is chicken or whatever. He said, I don't care, give me either TJ or neck tattoos. I'll fight either of them as long as it's on the Ronda card, because that's how he gets paid. Dominic Cruz is not afraid to fight anybody, man. He is one of the, if not the best fighters in the world, and his brain is a weapon. His mind is a weapon, man. TJ, he's not scared of you, man. And we do want to see the fight. I hope you get to fight him, but he ain't scared of you.
Yeah, and that fight it is being reported as in the works by MMAfighting.com for that December 30th date. And I know my critics online will not be happy because I'm always talking about business, but this is a big difference if you're Dominic Cruz. There is no doubt. Of the two December cards, which one could use it more? You'd probably say Toronto. For Dominic Cruz, and you're looking at a percentage of the pay-per-view, there is no question what card you want to be on, and that's winning the lottery for Dominic Cruz to be on the Ronda Rousey card. That card's going to sell regardless, John, but for Dominic Cruz to get on that card, credit to him and whatever maneuvering you may have had to do to make sure you're on that card and not 206.
You and I were sitting here with Daniel Cormier, and that's the reason why he wanted George St. Pierre to be on this card.
Flat out said it.
Exactly.
I mean, this is a business to these guys. It is the difference between an enormous amount of revenue you can make as a fighter, and that's what this is about for these fighters, is making as much as possible, because this is a demanding sport.
Yeah.
And why do we keep that in mind? I'm a fan. Dominic, I want to see you fight in Toronto. But then, although you're a fan, you know, this is what I want. But what do they want? And they want to get paid.
Yeah.
It's the same fight. He'll fight either guy. He has said it many times, and he said it to the UFC. Give me either one of them, whichever one you want. Just put me on the night where I get paid more money. Same job, same gig,
3
same
weeks
risks,
apart.
Yeah.
3 weeks apart, way more money. Do your thing, Dominic.
How do you feel about Cody Garbrandt as opposed to TJ Dillashaw? You can make arguments for both. Dillashaw fought Cruz super close. It's a rematch I want to see at some point, but do you see the argument for Garbrandt over Dillashaw, or do you think that Dillashaw is due after his win over a Sun Sao 200?
I thought the fight with Dillashaw and Cruz was close. I thought that Dominic Cruz was going to dominate this fight, but yes, I think that TJ Dillashaw certainly deserves a rematch. And I don't know, you just don't know about Cody Garbrandt. Yes, he's been looking good, but is he biting off more than he can chew? Is this a good thing? Do you go in there, test your level, realize, oh, you know what, I thought I was at a certain level, now I have to rebuild? But the fact is, he's got neck tattoos, he's good looking, he sells the fight, and as you pointed out, this is business. You're trying to make the biggest fights humanly possible, and at 35 right now,
that's John Ramsey matchmaking.
Yeah.
Neck tattoos.
Well, hey,
I think, to be honest, it should be TJ Dillashaw. He is the second best 135-pounder in the world. He's an amazing athlete. His brilliant coaching that sets up something fascinating to watch, and that's what I'd like to see. But Dominic didn't pick it. The UFC is the ones picking this fight, and as is often the case, they'll do it around business, like you said, neck tattoos.
And it has the potential to be a very big month for Team Alpha Male. The week prior, you have Paige Van Zandt headlining the Fox card in Sacramento with Uriah Faber on that card against Brad Pickett. So it could be a very busy couple of weeks for Team Alpha Male. It's always busy here on Fight News Now. Tune in Monday to Friday at 6 Eastern.